What's going on, everybody? Coach Melo here once again, going over defensive line drill talk for day 3 now. I mentioned on video 1 how all my drills are essentially a progression from one another. We went over the FDS drill, which is usually the first thing we do as soon as we get into individual. My guys know immediately as soon as we get done with stretch, we'll run the FDS drill. As soon as FDS drill, those guys know the next drill in line is block recog. It's our block recognition drill. That's what we're going to talk about here today. Okay. I always stand behind the defensive player. Few reasons there. First things first, I don't want the defensive player to know what block he's getting, as I'm giving that block to the offensive player that's facing me. Okay, I'm going to stand behind him and I'm going to give him a base block, a down block, a reach. The next thing is I'm not going to give them a cadence. I'm going to stand behind the defensive player with my hands up high. And when I drop, the offensive lineman actually gets some work as well, because now he's going to react on my movement. And then the defensive lineman reacts off his movement. And now everybody's at least getting some kind of reaction drill in. Obviously, a lot of different coaches will teach a lot of different things on what their defensive linemen should be keen, what they should be looking for. What I teach my guys, okay, and this is just a personal preference, is we key the near side knee of the man we're shaded on. Reason being, when you look at offensive linemen, one of the top things those guys work on all the time is their footwork, it's their first step. So we're going to use that against them. We're coming off the ball the exact same way no matter what the block is. Okay, now as we're coming off, we are reacting to the way that knee is moving. If his knee is stepping towards you, it's a base block. You're going to punch, lock out, it's a car crash, lock out, snatch, get off the block, square your body up, make the tackle. Same thing as feet drive snap. Nothing changes on that, correct? Okay, next thing, if it's a down block, we're coming off the exact same way. However, we're seeing this near side knee here break. So we're going to come and we're still going to lock out. And we're going to come flat off his butt. If no one blocks you here, guys, you got to come flat. If somebody comes at you, I want to gain ground. I want to penetrate. That's the rule of thumb for my guys, okay? If it's a reach block, the same exact way. We're coming off. Yes, sometimes it covers us up a little bit more, but because we're going to have that violent snatch attached that we talked about earlier with that feet drive snap, we're going to snatch across, back into our gap, square our body back up, make that play. So we'll see this first clip here. Offensive player gets a base block, steps towards him. Defensive player locks out, drives. He could be a little bit more in the control, but it's a good violent snatch. He's trying to over-exaggerate the violence. Now watch this 2-eye here in the live situation. Gets a base block at him. Good violent punch. Hands above his eyes. Feet are driving. Quick violent snatch. Okay, now we'll watch this down block here. Knee breaks. Goes away from him. Comes off his butt. Squares his body back up. Ready to make this tackle. Obviously, the flatter they go, the flatter we go. Now here's a great rep of a down block. I have a 5 technique with a tight end outside of him. Okay, we are coming off his butt because we're reacting to that knee and we see what play is coming right now. He's coming off his butt so fast that tight end can't even help out on this. Here's another great clip where we can actually talk about 2 points here that are awesome. First one, we'll start off on that strong side defensive end. Same thing in a 5 technique. Comes off flat off his butt. Reacts to that block fast. Tight end can't even help out on it. Comes flat, makes a tackle on the backfield. Now, we get over to this 2-eye. Does a great job reading his key, not getting his eyes in the backfield. As soon as he goes away, he locks him out, gets good penetration, doesn't allow that guard to climb. Great job. Resets the line of scrimmage. So this next clip can really be a reach block or it can be them zoning to you. We really treat both of them the exact same way. Once you see that offensive lineman open up his knee, open up towards you, you automatically know ball's coming outside. You need to come off the rock, strike, lock out. Make sure you're penetrating this thing here, okay? Like I said before, if they're coming at you, you need to gain ground. You need to reset the line of scrimmage, set the edge right now. As you can see from the game film here, you see this offensive tackle try to reach or zone to this defensive end here. He does a great job shooting his hands initially. Hands are above his eyes. Gives me a fast snatch. He knows what play's coming. He knows the ball's coming outside. There's no need to sit there and play with this guy, okay? Punch, lockout, snatch. Gains a little bit of ground. He doesn't need to run too far upfield. Once he snatches here, you see him break down, ready to make that play where we got a backside defensive end coming in to make this tackle. Great job. All right, that's all I got for today. It's a lot of information for you guys to digest. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot me a message. Loving the feedback. Been having a lot of people reach out. Keep them coming. Keep asking questions. I'll try to get there. Look forward to hearing from you guys, and I'll see you all tomorrow.